Hi friend, today I would like to share with you about topic of Romanticism. What is the definition of Romanticism? Romanticism is attitudes, ideal, and feeling which are romantic rather than realistic. Romanticism is an artistic movement of 18th and 19th century which were concerned with the expression of individual feeling and emotion. What is the main idea of Romanticism? An elite of particular characteristic of literature of Romanticism includes subjectivity and an emphasis on individualism, spontaneity, freedom from rule, solitary life rather than life in society. The belief that imagination is superior to reason and devotion to beauty, love of, and worship of nature. Why is called Romanticism? Literature, Romanticism proper were preceded by several related developments from the mid-18th century on that can be termed pre-Romanticism. Among such trends was a new appreciation of the medieval romance, from which Romantic movement derived its name. What is Romanticism and feature? Central feature of Romanticism include an emphasis on emotional and imaginative spontaneity, the importance of self-expression and individual feeling. Romantic poetry is one of the heart and the emotion, applauding the truth of imagination rather than scientific truth. Do Romantics believe in God and trend from traditional religious belief? Romantics look upon the nature as the dwelling place of God. For them, God and natural universe were one and the same with Rousseau. The Romantics held that humans were by nature good but were corrupted by society. Why is imagination important in Romanticism? Romantics tend to define and to present the imagination as our ultimate shaping or reactive power, the appropriate human equivalent for reactive power of nature or even deity. It is dynamic and active rather than passive power. With many functions, imagination is a primary faculty for reacting or act. What is modern Romanticism? Romanticism was a literary movement that began in the late 18th century that saw emphasis on imagination, individuality, nature, and creating meaning through strong emotion. Is Romanticism a religion? In most accounts of British Romanticism, the religious aspect of Romanticism, Protestant and Catholic, Orthodox and heterodox, Buddhist and Pantheist are neglected, or if eluded, are neither divine and belong to the process of secularization. Romantic portrayal of religion are either belittled or ridiculed. Why Romanticism is so crucial to American culture? Transcendentalism and Romanticism appeal to Americans in a similar fashion. Both privilege feeling over reason and individual freedom of expression over the regime of tradition and custom. Romanticism often involves a rapturous response to nature and promise a new blossoming of American culture. Were religion important in Romantic era? Religion was often considered deeply in Romantic period, which saw several perspectives reinforce exemplary and relatability. Fantasism, for instance, flourished particularly in Romantic period and arguably became one of defining characteristics. How did Romanticism influence literature? Romanticism had an impact on literature. A literary work itself came to be seen an organic unity. It became, as William Wordsworth defined, the spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling. Poetry required a deep social, political, and philosophical implication. What does Romanticism mean in art? Romantic art focused on emotion, feeling, and mood. All kinds include spirituality, imagination, mystery, and fervor. The late Romantic artist Caspar David Friedrich summed up Romanticism saying, "The artist feeling is his law." What did Romantic value more? The value Romantic was that they value feeling and intuition over reason. The value affect American imagination by discovering truths that a rational mind could not and have an influence on art. What is the definition of American Romanticism? American Romanticism emphasized emotion, individualism, and personality over rationalism and the constraint of religion. Romanticism became popular in American politics, philosophy, and art. Romanticism often involved in rapturous response to nature and promised a new blossoming of American culture. What caused Romanticism in America? American Romanticism, like other literary movement, developed on the heels of Romantic movement in Europe. In America, it dominated literary scene from around 1820 to the end of Civil War and the rise of Judaism. It arose as a reaction to the formal orthodoxy and neoclassicism of preceding period. Remember, subscribe to see the next video. Thank you.